You're in the corner.
Look, we'll get Stella Artois to like sponsor it. You can post it, and I'll just keep holding this bottle like this.
So just talking. So what have you guys been up to?
Working mostly. I work in
Yeah.
construction, so like our guys are still essential work. So all of our projects that are in people's houses, we've been trying to cut back on, but our new construction stuff we're still doing. So, what are you doing at work?
Same old, same old.
Watching Netflix.
They froze.
Oh no! I just noticed Kayleen's not blinking.
Oh,
There.
They're back.
okay.
Hey!
Did
You
we-
guys froze for a
Yeah,
minute.
you guys froze.
Oh yeah, Matt just
Oh,
texted.
it's our internet. I think it's our internet. Hold on, let me turn off my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's definitely not our internet.
What?
Like, we've been ragging all of like the people that live out in the county and stuff about their internet. It's been the running gag of
Gray's
the
been
last couple of
ragging
days.
people.
You give a mom a hard time about her internet. Well, you were talking crap about it. And I had a client today who lives in Zebulon, and she was talking about how crap their internet is. So
Yeah. Well, you didn't do the quiz, but
yeah, because my computer froze.
It keeps locked. Are they messing with us? Are you messing with us? I don't know. What did it do now?
yeah, I'm gonna turn off the stuff in the background.
Bandwidth is low. Our computer is telling us that your internet sucks.
That's what ours told us.
Your computer's saying that our internet sucks?
Yeah, it says Matt Bain's network bandwidth is low.
Does it really say that?
Yes.
Oh my god.
They have pills for that. I'm just kidding.
I need to figure out how to correct that then, because especially if I'm trying to do the quizzes now.
Yeah. Do you guys have that, like, what is it, green light or something? It's supposed to be
No.
constant?
Spectrum.
Oh, there's red.
Yeah, well, we have Spectrum.
Just there
I don't know. Like, I think when we moved here, we were like just gonna go with what we had or whatever, thinking, I don't know, thinking it'd be easy or something. But then it turns out that there was like already a green light box, so like they took that off and stuff, and I was like, oh, we could have just gone with that.
We didn't know that there was a green light box on the side of the house until a guy from Green Light came to take it.
Yeah. Dang.
So was green light like better?
Yeah,
Is that like the fiber?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Oh, okay.
Like everyone likes it.
Well,
but-
Green Light is fiber.
Okay, thank you. That, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's better. It's supposed to be better.
Yeah.
We were supposed to get Google Fiber a couple of years ago and it fell through.
Hmm.
We were going to be on the main like trunk line, so we'd have had really awesome internet. But
Nice.
Yeah, didn't work out.
You'd be like the turtles in Finding Nemo on the Trans-Pacific.
yes. Righteous. What were we talking about before? Oh, him working, and I was saying he's just watching Netflix.
Oh, well, that's good.
Well,
That's
it
his job.
is.
His job is to professionally watch Netflix.
It was. It's not. The quality of what they have on there is dwindling. So, like, what do you watch for 8 hours a day? It's tough, but I get through it.
Any suggestions? Because
What to watch?
Everything I watch is in Japanese, so I can't really recommend anything.
well, all we've done is we did the Tiger King, of course, because everybody.
Yeah, the number one thing on Netflix. Is it good?
I mean,
That would
yeah,
be
it's crazy.
the hesitation.
Good or entertaining?
It's entertaining. The people on it are horrible.
I mean, is it just like a docu-series?
Yeah, it's a documentary.
Yeah.
I knew about the guy before because he had been featured on several podcasts.
Okay.
People did stories on him and stuff.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, we finally watched that. What was it, like 7 episodes, 8 episodes?
I don't remember.
And they're like 6 hours long each. And
No, they're
I'm
not.
just kidding.
They're not.
They're like 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
There is a like, it's almost like an Animal Planet documentary. It's dramatic, but sort of made up. Anyway, it's called Chasing Monsters. It's like a fishing one.
Fishing?
Fisting one?
Fishing. Haley. Fishing.
Thanks, killing.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, yes, you have to bring that up there. I think that was interesting. We watched that a lot with Aiden.
Yeah.
He goes like extreme fishing, like for giant grouper.
Is that kind of like what was the show on TV, like River Monsters or something?
Yeah.
What
It's
did
a lot
what
like
did they fish for?
Um,
I never saw.
Monster.
alligator? I don't know.
Were they like the people that like, put the arm in the catfish's mouth and like?
Noodling?
Is that what?
Isn't it called noodling when you put the hand in the fish's mouth?
Yeah, that's right.
That does not sound
I
right.
called it something else growing up, but
Which one you take your?
I messed that
What'd you call it? First base?
up. Yes, that was first base for me.
It's bad when you touch their private parts.
Could you even find a fish's private parts?
Yeah, it's right there in that slit near the tail.
See, Matt knows first base.
Goes,
Home run, Matt.
I'm not saying that I have experience, but
What happens in the pond stays in the pond.
Oh, that Splendor game that you guys got, Jesse.
Mhm.
That was number one, the funniest moment of life because we literally were asking every person that we knew, including where it came from because there was no tag. But it's really fun.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's one that I had seen in I don't even think I told you what the name of the game was.
Actually, this is karma because you sent me a bracelet for a birthday. Like, was it last year?
Maybe.
Happy belated birthday, Papa.
Oh, yeah.
And I could not figure out who gave it to me. So, got you back.
Yeah.
Well, and we still haven't sent. That would be my fault because I'm the worst best friend of life.
I don't know if you didn't catch that, but she didn't send your present.
Well, I sent yours 3 weeks late, so
I still got time. I mean,
Roy is on the way. Her
from China with coronavirus.
no, it's not.
Happy birthday. Here's some COVID-19.
We thought we'd get you something new.
Something novel.
nice.
You guys are nerds. I don't think it's.
But yeah, that game is one that I've seen in Target a lot, and I always wanted to get it, but I never pulled the trigger on it. So I was like, I'll get it for a friend. That way I can play it.
And if it sucks, I don't have to worry about it.
Everything you do is selfish motivation.
Yeah, the only reason we're doing this video thing is so we can stare at ourselves instead of you guys.
Can you even see yourselves? Our picture is like this big at the top of the screen.
Ours are
We're like the same size as you.
yeah, you're the same size as us in the window.
We can beach up.
Here, this is
Oh, wow.
Gallery view.
Oh, I look old. Put it back.
Yeah, can we make me small? They were able to do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh wait,
God, I look really bad.
speaker. Oh,
Oh, there we
that
go.
must be what you have right there. So
Push on it, like, it was weird.
How's that,
So
Bob?
I figured having you guys on first, it would be easier and funnier to go over. I've only come up with 2 names to call these things, these little get-togethers.
Yeah, I saw the email title, it was like Coronaversations.
Yes, so that's the first one, but that one's too hard to say.
It's very different.
Coronaversations.
I said it just fine.
Say it again.
Coronaversations. Coronaversations.
Coronaversations.
Coronaversations. And the,
Coronaversations.
What's the other one?
And tells us.
what?
What's the other one?
Oh, did I say I had 2?
Yes.
The other one is co-videos or co-videos. COVID
I like those.
videos.
I like that.
Co-videos.
Yeah, good videos.
Yos.
Unless you can think of something else, which those are kind of crappy. So
You could do like co-videos with Oreos, and it's like everyone has Oreos. Like, oh.
but I don't have any Oreos, and I like JoJo's more than Oreos.
I like brownies. I have total.
Dude,
Brownies.
did either one of us make brownies?
No, but we do have dark chocolate Oreos.
I like how he asked, did either one of us, like he doesn't know if we made brownies or not. Did you make brownies?
I need the screens back. I like seeing them better. I don't like seeing them.
How do you have yours?
Side by side.
Right now, we switched it to be side by side.
No, leave it like that so I'm smaller.
Oh, speaking of brownies, let's talk about potato chips.
Yeah.
Because for us, those things are like peanut butter and jelly to go together.
Yes.
Can you do it, babe? Just right here. Speak your view.
Oh.
There you go.
No.
No.
So yes, if anybody happens to watch this video besides us 4, on our game nights we like to have brownies and salt and vinegar potato chips.
It's true. It's true.
So I posed this question to Kayleen last night, and so I'll get your votes on it because she refrained from voting, I think. Do you even know what I'm
I
going to
have
ask?
no idea what you're talking about.
All right. So the question is, should we start calling potato chips
Oh,
tater crackers?
Oh, tater crackers. I don't know, because crackers are generally baked and potato chips are generally fried, so they're not really the same thing.
What, aren't kettle chips baked?
Kettle chips, no.
Are those fried?
yes, in a kettle.
Are they?
You know,
Wait, what about air fryers? I thought you could air fry in a kettle. I don't know what a kettle is, honestly.
a kettle's like a big black
Like
cauldron.
a witch cauldron.
That's racist. Do you remember?
What? What?
That's racist.
Well, if you look at a bag of the kettle chips, didn't it have a picture of a cauldron on it?
You know what? I've got one. Let me go check.
I feel like Harry Potter potato chips. The cauldron's on.
So they're made by witches.
Okay, this bag does not have a kettle on it.
Okay, flip it around. I want to
It
see.
used to. I remember.
Feeling knows what I'm
They
talking about.
changed
It
it.
definitely used to.
Definitely in a bag, though.
We'll have to Google it. That'll be. Oh yeah, it's like
There's a guy with a stick and some smoke like coming up, but it cuts off.
Oh, dude, I thought it said tater cracker right there. Look at this.
Oh, it's tater crackers.
I thought it said tater cracker already.
Oh, I just said it does, but it says tracker.
It says tracker.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Dude,
My mind.
The thing.
dude, what?
Hey.
So here's your useful answer.
Distributed?
What?
Take a guess where this is distributed.
Distributed out
It's
of
distributed to your house.
Asheville, North Carolina.
No.
Think west.
Go
Portland,
western,
Oregon.
man. Salem, Oregon.
Yes.
Okay.
You had to think about where she's from. That was good.
I got closer than you did. Geographically.
They gave you a hint.
I was going to say that. Anyway.
Whatever. All right. So here is the Google answer to, are kettle chips healthier than regular potato chips? This is a very
question. We don't care.
They're
regular
definitely delicious.
through a process called continuous fry. Kettle chips are created through a more old-fashioned approach called batch cooking, but they're both fried.
Okay.
All right.
That's not going to stop me from eating them.
No.
There are some baked chips,
There are baked chips, yes.
but it will usually indicate and say the word baked.
But they could be
They can be tater crackers.
tater crackers.
Okay.
Baked chips. We'll call baked chips tater crackers. Do you want normal chips or do you want tater crackers?
I want
There you
kettle.
go.
Always kettle chips.
Yeah, always kettle. We're never going to have tater crackers because we always get kettles.
Baked
Yeah.
Tater crackers, they're okay if there's nothing else available.
What about
Just
cod
not eat them.
brand? Are they
Those are kettle cooked.
okay?
Yeah.
Well, because you got like kettle, but that's late. These potato chips.
Are not kettle cooked. There is kettle cooked potato chips that Lay's makes. and
Yes,
there's-
that's what I'm saying.
but not all Lay's potato chips are kettle cooked.
Correct.
So how's that at all what you said? Also, there are baked Lay's
The
potato
one that
chips.
say kettle, it's like, oh,
Is
kettle
that
brand.
what he was saying? That's not all he was saying. Anyway, we're digressing.
No, continue. This is making very good.
No, people are about this is boring.
Yeah, this is
Like,
boring. All right, moving on. What's next? Brownies.
I always like to watch you guys fight.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you like.
No, not the fist fighting. That's a little uncomfortable, but we like it when you just
Kelly
like,
doesn't like it because she usually gets hit. She doesn't realize that everything.
that's right.
She's like bottle cap.
That's usually a bottle cap in the face.
No, bottle cap off this one in the kitchen, so there's no chance of hitting
go.
it. Yeah.
Here, you throw your bottle cap off the screen, and then I'll have my bottle cap come.
Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome.
I mean, it's not like you ever hid your violent tendencies. That was the first real get together you guys ever had.
Yeah, I was right up front about that.
You were very honest and upfront about how awful you are.
Two things, huh?
All right. So, if anybody is watching this, I am Matt. This is Kayleen.
I guess that would help. I'm Greg.
George.
You're not George. His name's Jesse.
And they're the Sheltons. They are what we consider our best friends.
And they live at, no, I'm kidding. Their social security numbers are,
Yeah, those are questions coming later.
oh, okay. Sorry.
But we thought during this time of quarantine, Kay said the other day that she wanted to just start doing video chats with our friends. So we thought, why not record them and see if anybody finds us as funny as we find us. But
Probably not, but that's okay. We'll have posterity when we're like 60. Be like, look at ourselves on the mirror.
What did you do during coronavirus, Granny? We drank and did video chats.
What's your video?
It's gonna be built into their eyes. They're gonna be like, why'd you guys have to sit around a screen and stare at me?
In the ancient days, we had to sit around a screen.
Okay.
The hieroglyphics of computers on the wall.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And our bandwidth was terrible.
It's like Aiden trying to fix the router by flipping the light switch.
He's like, oh, I got this.
The internet went out. He's like, I got this. He walks over and flips the light switch.
at least it's not like it would have been almost better if it was like a dimmer switch and he was like over there turning and you're like, oh my gosh, it's getting better.
I mean, to be fair, this is a couple of years ago. This was not like recent, but still.
This was last week.
Yeah.
It's like that commercial where she's like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Growing up with technology.
All right, so we got a few questions for the Sheltons. we've kind of already talked about number one, but I'll ask it anyway. And just for you guys to elaborate if you want. What is your relationship to us?
Don't elaborate.
Not necessarily his brother. We're like friend brother and friend sister.
Mhm.
I met Kayleen through work 13 years ago.
Jeez, really?
It's that Kayleen, yeah, 13 years ago.
Whoa.
Or almost 13. I can't remember exactly at what point.
Well,
Well-
you were pregnant.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure if I
That's a
was.
good reference.
So,
So
right at
yeah,
13.
so right at 13 years.
Well, we moved here in what, September or October of 2007, and I think she started working at the church maybe immediately.
I don't know.
It had to be earlier than that because Aiden was born in August.
Of 2000.
Were you working? Right. So she must have been working. She must have started working there while we were living with my parents while our house was being built.
Yeah, your house was being built when she was there because I remember her coming into work and they had done something, set the house not in the right spot on the lot or something. And Kayleen was furious about it. And she was like, I can't go over there and yell at them because I'll cry and they'll make fun of me because a bunch of guys.
I know what it was. It was that it was the back porch, because they were originally going to do the back porch off, the covered porch, and then they were going to do that drop down porch off of that.
Uh-huh.
But they couldn't because there was a tree, so they did the long porch that we had between that and the closet, and I think that made her upset to begin with.
I feel like it was like there was a bunch of trees that they were
not supposed to sit down.
no, they were supposed to
They were
cut
supposed to
down,
cut
and
down.
they didn't. And they were like, "Don't worry, we'll give you like 2 feet more porch."
Yeah, that's what it was. Those 3 trees that were right there in the middle of the backyard were supposed to be gone.
Which is fine. It ended up being great hammock trees. So
Yeah.
All of them's all 13 years later, right? Well, now it doesn't matter because you don't live there, but
Yeah.
anyway, that's how we met at work. And then I don't know how you met them.
We met. Oh, well, I'll let Jesse.
Yeah. We met through Brandon, who went to school with my brother.
And Brandon worked for me at the record store.
Okay.
It was the 6 degrees of Matt Bain.
Yeah. Where did you go? Buffalo Wild Wings?
No, we met before that because we were doing the game nights.
Oh, okay.
Playing
And
Farkle.
then, yes, Farkle is what started it all.
It really did.
And then
Play Farkle, you should play
and then
Farkle.
we found out that what? And we found out that Jesse was single, and we were like, I think we know some nice ladies we could set him up with. Start scrolling through Facebook. We're like, great would be perfect.
He was on the same-
Here's a picture.
hey, her, yeah, she'll work. That's good.
I can't do that. She got a kid.
So I don't know the whole lingo and everything or what's correct for Tinder, but we swiped right on Gray for you.
I don't know. I think that's correct because
We held his hand to the phone
We swiped white.
for you.
I haven't used online dating since
Yeah, I've
eHarmony
never used
you
online
met.
We did not meet on eHarmony. For the record.
Let's see. So we used to do game nights at Brandon and Lauren's house, and Nathaniel and Emily would come over, and you're Nathaniel's brother, and so
What?
you are the brother, and so you came over, and we got along really well, and so I think we ended up doing it was pretty much like weekly game nights. It seemed like for
Yeah.
a while.
It was awesome.
And then Gray came into the picture, and we never did them again.
Yeah.
ruined it. Homework.
No. But
No, we just dropped everyone else and started doing it.
I was gonna say there's still game nights happening, but it was just the 4 of us. Don't tell him that. He'll be hurt.
well, they ended up moving by
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moved out of Wilson by then.
Well, they did too.
Well, they were in Middlesex, but they were still.
Well, we moved a year and a half after we met.
Yeah, about.
We met in September. We got married in May. And we moved in January. So a year and a half,
Yeah.
a little less than a year and a half. You're quick.
Whirlwind romance.
Whirlwind. And now I'm stuck with this joker.
Joke's on you.
So going into the next question, we've kind of already discussed that also, but how
Yeah.
long have you known us and why have you stuck around this long?
Yeah, you can answer the second part.
Lack of options. The second.
Believable.
Thank you for your honesty.
Thank you.
Why do we not? I mean,
I said we laugh together, and to me, that's all you need.
yeah, I guess if you have people like at this point, I feel like I know we say we're a family, like Aiden calls you guys Aunt Kay and Uncle Matt. Like, I'm not sure he realizes you're not
He
actually
does.
family.
Does
Does he
that.
know that? Okay, good. It's like,
Well,
how do you not spend time together?
I mean, I was his dad for like 9 months.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. For those watching, not actually is Matt.
Interim.
Yeah. But
I'm locked up.
I don't have like that much of a history. But I said I can't imagine not hanging out. Like I don't know what it is. I guess it's that we can be ourselves and we can be silly and we can make jokes and act crazy and
Yeah.
I don't have to pretend like I'm cool.
yeah.
Why do they hang out with us? I don't know why not.
I guess that we have to. I mean, why do you guys hang out
We
with us?
don't really have a good answer not to, so
Why do you hang out with us?
we love
Have
you.
you met us?
Because we love you.
We're lucky that anybody talks to us.
See, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
you
we
guys
go,
are
why
awesome.
shouldn't we? No, I do love you guys very much.
There are some people in your life that you come across in like, I mean, it's like family. It's like childhood friends. Like you can be yourself around them. You don't have to entertain or put on some type of face. Like I can literally sing Share with you guys.
And we do.
And it's
frequently.
fine.
We
You
do.
know? It's good.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the relationship where you hear people talk about the relationship where you might not talk to the person for 6 months, and the first day you get back together after the 6 months, it's like you saw them yesterday, and you just pick back. Yeah, you pick back up on inside jokes. You pick back up on stories from the last time you met or
Yeah.
were together and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, we love you guys.
I love you too.
So next one.
All right.
What, if you had one, was your senior yearbook quote?
Mine, if I remember correctly, was, "Do you believe in life after life?" That was. I don't have one. I got like.
That's his and Matt's favorite song to sing together. In case.
And every time they come to quiz, I play that song for Jesse.
Thank you.
Yes. Yearbook quote. Senior yearbook quote. I had something stupid about slaves becoming greater than their masters because I was obsessed with Russell Crowe in the movie Gladiator.
He's doing so well now.
He was old now, but at the time he was hot, and I thought he was awesome. And it was my favorite movie.
Oh, you know that.
So yeah, that was my very lame, nerdy senior quote because I didn't have anything else to say.
Oh, okay. What was yours, Kay?
I don't think I had one. I don't remember.
You guys did do those in your yearbook.
I don't think anyone had one.
Matt?
Mine is just as timeless as yours, and it's from a movie also. It is Goonies Never Say Die.
Oh,
At least yours was like a more classic than Gladiator. Although Gladiator.
Gladiator's a classic, I think. I've still never seen it.
no, really? Yes.
Classic.
I mean, I've seen like bits and pieces. Like I know like, and like, are you not entertained and stuff like that. And this is Sparta. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, not that.
At the time, like cinematography, like it was crazy good. Like with the whole tiger coming at you.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would still
But
say it's a
now-
good movie. I haven't watched it in a long time then.
Yeah. I would say we could watch it together, but you guys would just end up on the floor making out. So I
We
don't
don't do that anymore. We're old and married.
know. All right.
And it's not Thanksgiving. It doesn't set the mood.
So for anybody, if you're still watching this, there was a period where one of us would choose a movie each week or each month. I can't remember what it was. And I picked a movie called Thanksgiving.
This is my most cringeworthy moment with the Banes.
That's the
coming
next.
up, it's
That's
coming
the next
up.
question. What's your most
I didn't
cringeworthy?
type it off, but I realized it when we were talking earlier, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Okay, so
Okay, let's move on to the
I'll
next
go into
question.
the next question. What's your most cringeworthy moment with us?
So as Matt started to describe, we used to pick a movie and watch. We were trying to do scary movies for Halloween. That's what it started out as. We were going to watch like silly scary movies or whatever. I think we had talked about like Shaun of the Dead and a couple of other really good Halloween movies. And we were on Netflix. It was on Netflix, which is surprising. And Matt picked Thanksgiving, and it had this crazy looking turkey and Thanksgiving in big letters across the bottom. And so we're like, oh, this is going to be a total B movie. It's going to be great, whatever. The movie starts, and there's this woman running through the woods, this pilgrim woman with nothing on except her, like, I guess she had a skirt on. They didn't really show her from the waist down, but she had her waist up, like flying, like not even like this butt ugly, like woman with her boobs flying everywhere. And it was like, everybody's just like, what the?
This was kind of like your first date or something, wasn't it?
No, we had,
It was
it was close after we
Oh.
Okay.
very sure. We turned it off. We didn't watch it, so I don't know how good the movie actually was.
Well,
We're like, that's enough of that.
I think the weirdest part was that Aiden was sitting on the couch between us.
Lie.
Hey, here's something about that movie though. So
I was
Oh.
kidding. Aiden was asleep.
so her sister, her brother Joel actually watched that movie willingly after we told him about it, and he went back and actually watched the entire thing and said that at the end of the movie, the woman cured Ebola.
Oh, interesting.
What? How did we get from flying to Ebola cures?
The best part is him like, oh wow, how'd they do that? Like it's pilgrim time, but they didn't have Ebola.
Sorry, it was what, smallpox? I don't know what was around then.
Like
No,
Spanish
she
influenza or something.
I think what she fixed was small.
Okay, no. Censored.
All right, so Jesse, do you share the same cringeworthy moment?
That's definitely one of them. I didn't think of that when I wrote my answer down, but mine was when you guys got the flat on Gray's birthday and the stupid lug nut wouldn't come off to change the tire. I mean, we made the best of it, but that was like a
Yeah, that sucked.
We made the best of it.
That was my 30th birthday
Yeah, that was what, at Gravy?
in downtown
Yeah.
Raleigh.
Yeah,
And then we
you
had to
were
go
in
to
the
like
basement.
Garner or somewhere and pick up your car.
I can't even remember. I just know that I was stuck
It
in the
was
back
like
of
right
the
on
Xterra.
it was right on the outskirts of Raleigh because I remember it was kind of by your mom's old work.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like
Where did
that.
your mom used to work?
Off the belt line. No, that's where we got the flat.
Yeah.
We got the flat on the belt line right outside of you know where like Carvana is now,
Yeah.
Capitol Boulevard.
Yeah.
We got the flat like right on the belt
Yeah.
line going under that bridge. And I have no idea where the garage was that they took us
Oh,
to.
the garage. Yes, yes.
That's what I'm talking about. I feel like it was like down in like Garner's, and which for those watching, like was far away from where we were or where we needed to end up.
I don't remember all that. I think what I remember was, so yeah, they got the flat, they couldn't get it off this, and the guy that was picking it up said, hey, I can do this. let me take it to the shop. And when he did, it was like, he couldn't even do it there. So I think we had to drive you home, and then they dropped the car off later.
No, because
No.
then.
No. I think Jesse did take us home because it was so late that they couldn't do anything to our car that night.
We had,
Maybe that was it.
didn't we have at least Rory? then?
I
Yeah,
feel
we
like
had Rory.
Yeah, definitely. How old's Rory?
8.
Yeah, you think better.
Yeah, Roy was there.
Because I'm not 38 yet.
You sure?
I am 100% sure.
You still got a couple of
This year,
I'm 29.
years, right?
I've still got a whole nother year. So,
Oh.
and then some, because I won't be 37 in November.
Oh, you wouldn't know about that.
I think Kay's younger than me. Aren't you younger than me, Kay?
She's the youngest.
I just turned 36. I'm
You're-
a spring chicken.
I was 36 in November. You just turned 36.
So it's Jesse, then Gray, then me, then Kay. Because you're older than me by like 3 months or 2 months.
Well, I'm the youngest.
You're the
Yeah.
oldest.
The oldest.
Turn up your hearing aid. You're the oldest.
Eh,
Hey,
Hey?
hey.
So I don't know if you guys remember this or if I'm misremembering it, but my cringeworthy moment for you guys, which is hilarious now, and it was hilarious then, honestly, but it's still kind of cringeworthy, is when Jesse thought that dingleberries were something you ate.
really? That's funny. Really, she thinks it's funny.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that whole thing? He just wasn't sure what they were.
Yeah.
And I think he said something like, "Oh, it sounds like something you would eat," and instead of
I eat that.
poop balls.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
He has a much better vocabulary now. Just to be clear.
Thanks, Greg.
I don't know. I can't think right now.
I really couldn't think of a whole lot that was cringeworthy. I feel like we don't embarrass ourselves that much,
And if we do, we don't care.
Yeah.
so we don't remember it because we don't like.
Too
Oh
wasted.
God, I embarrassed myself.
Yeah. I get that. Let's see. Going on. What is your favorite memory of all of us together? Or
Mine is
This is much nicer than Melissa's.
when you introduced me to my wife, and any
the first one or Greg?
the first one, and any gathering that involved games, salt and vinegar chips, and brownies.
To clarify, he's only been married once, and that was to me. It was to me. It was.
Was to me.
It was to me.
He's the ghost.
Okay.
Pitiful.
All right. So a couple of my favorite. One was when who was it that said it? I don't remember. We were talking, dost thou have any more brownies?
I think that was Jesse.
Every time we got together for like months.
I don't know why. Maybe it was just like, I don't know.
It was one of those things
Trying
that
to
we
be
caught you guys
proper.
right, and you guys died laughing. And every time you'd say it, you died. And me and Kay are like, why is this funny? But you guys would die laughing.
We did.
I don't even remember this.
I do. Going real quick, going back to the cringeworthy stuff, I just thought of something.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yes.
And this is when Jesse left me in the lurch when we did the cinnamon challenge.
And Jesse punked out so hard.
I had the cinnamon in my mouth, but
Oh, you
I
had
thought,
it in your mouth.
I'm like,
He spit it out.
I'm like over here with like a mouthful of cinnamon and like powder shooting out my nose.
Aileen and I both told y'all are stupid.
Yep.
Well, that's besides the point.
One of you heeded the advice, and one of you did not.
Well, because of that, but what'd you say?
He didn't really heed the advice. He put the cinnamon in his mouth and then saw Matt choke on it. And there's not a good word that's not a bad word for me to say, but he just crapped out and spit it out like a little girl.
Hey, just so you know, because of that, I could not like eat cinnamon or be around cinnamon for like 3 years.
True story.
Are you over it?
I'm over it now. I will say, like, if we go into like I don't know,
The
like
cinnamon emporium.
yeah. If we go to like Yankee Candle or something like that, and I smell a cinnamony candle, like it's still like it's like I have like the far off look, and I'm just like going through my mind of like all the negative things that cinnamon.
I actually went through the cinnamon challenge later in life. Gray made some oatmeal.
I followed the recipe. It was a terrible recipe. It had so much cinnamon in it. I couldn't eat it. It was terrible. It was so bad.
Well, okay. I once followed a recipe for mashed potatoes that called for raw garlic, minced garlic, and I was like, okay. They're terrible.
Oh, why not?
Oh my gosh, was it so hot you couldn't eat it?
It was not good.
My mom, she made apple turnovers one time, and she put salt on them instead of sugar, and those were the most god awful things I've ever tasted.
So too much salt, translating into not enough salt. I had made these brown butter blondies out of the Williams Sonoma baking cookbook, and they're delicious. I've only made them like maybe twice in my whole life. Most amazing things I've ever eaten, right?
And she was talking it up, before she
Like
was
I'm doing
trying
now.
to serve you.
Talking about how amazing they are. So I make a whole big 9x13. Forget to put the salt in them at all. So there's no salt in them. They were disgusting. I think a little bit of salt makes that much difference. They were horrible.
It does.
It was so bad.
Sprinkle a little bit on top at the end. You're fine.
It didn't,
So
it
bad.
didn't
It
help.
did not. So bad.
Saltiness is what makes life worth living, which is why we're friends with you.
I'm salty.
You're the salt of the earth.
Salt. You're salty. You're salty.
Salty. Yeah. No.
You're like the salt lick of the earth.
So two other little quick favorite memories for me. Watching your house video.
I thought that would be cringeworthy.
That should be cringeworthy. So
It's your fault for coming on time and leaving last.
I'm really horrible about I have to be early, or I'm like, oh my God, we're late. This is the worst day ever. My whole day is ruined if I'm late. So I get to every party a little bit early, which is terrible manners, I realize now. And so they had a housewarming party for their first house when it was built 13 years ago. And I went, but I got there on time. It was one of those floating parties. So I got there a little bit early. Aiden and Ted's hanging out with Aiden, and they're showing this PowerPoint video of their house being built, which was really, really cool. But then every time somebody came to the party, they would start it over. And so I watched it, and then I watched it, and then I watched it, and then
Like, looking back, that was so stupid. Why did we put our friends through that?
looking back, why did I keep watching it? Why did I say I really wanted to hang out. Like I needed to hang out with other people. With a little infant, and I wanted to hang out with my friends.
Come watch bricks being put on.
I want the house to be built.
Have a great time.
hey,
Watch it 16 times. You'll love it.
And now I work in a construction company for a living.
you're welcome.
We made you. We made you who you are. Hey, Rory.
And you've never listened to Madness again. What was that? Our House in the Middle? Was that what was playing?
Yeah.
Love the street.
Yeah. I think I meant to do a different song, but I found the wrong song and I just went with it.
right though. Madness is the name of the band. And then.
Oh, I think I was going for like the our house is a very, very, very fine house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a better choice.
Yeah, that would have been a good one too. Yeah, no, that's good. I'm trying to think of how that one. Like, who sang that one?
No.
Yeah.
With something in the yard and something.
I don't remember. Jesse's gonna Google it. Okay, while he's Googling and Matt's handling Rory, who's obviously out of bed. The joys of parenting. The other one I was gonna say is when you were pregnant with Rory and you told us, and we're at Zaxby's in Rocky Mount after
And
a
you
soccer
refused to
game.
believe us.
I did not believe you. I did not believe you.
You claim that I joked about it, and I don't remember ever joking.
That she joked about it all the time.
I did not.
Where's this day that she didn't? But 8 years later, we both know she did.
No,
You did.
you're all crazy.
You did.
Y'all are crazy.
Sorry,
I
my
didn't. Never happened. Probably maybe off the wall joke, comment, whatever. Like one, and you exaggerated it in your mind and turned it into something way bigger than it was.
almost as bad as Jesse joking that I'm pregnant with his parents all the time. That's like,
That's crazy. How could you be pregnant with my parents?
this is what happens when you become a dad. It's not even like a thing. Like, it's a real dad. Humor is a real thing. People who use
Oh, I had a good dad joke earlier, but I don't remember it.
I don't remember.
What? I'm sorry.
You got a good dad joke?
I had a good dad joke. I don't remember it.
She had a good dad joke earlier in the day, and she can't remember it now.
He had a great dad joke, but he's afraid that he'll butcher
I'll
it.
probably butcher it, yeah.
So he wants me to tell the dad joke. Okay. So he's been watching a lot of TikTok, and a lot of the jokes come off TikTok. Okay. So
A lot of good dads out there.
it was, yeah, how do I say it? What was there was a chameleon who couldn't change colors. What was he diagnosed with?
Oh, we're supposed to guess.
I don't know.
Oh.
Erectile dysfunction. But I can never remember how the first part of the joke is worded. He's worried about butchering it, but I don't know it, so I'm just like making it up as I go. Yeah.
Well, that was a good one.
I thought that was a great dad joke.
So, Kay, do you have a favorite memory, or did you already do one?
I don't remember.
So if you can imagine when we're all together, this is how Kayleen is. No, I'm just kidding. Ask her a question. I don't know. As she's Sister Marguerite.
Yeah, that's why she's in. That's why she's like whatever.
Messed up the ratio.
Hey, smashed up the ratio.
Look, I told her I was gonna do the 10-6 ratio, so I did 6 ounces of margarita mix and 10 ounces of tequila.
There you go.
I didn't do that. I was just kidding.
Are you sure?
You try Palomas next time. I think
What is
you
that?
like grapefruit juice, Kayleen?
Oh no, this is like primo La Rancherita jug. They like fixed it all up and sold it, and it's really good.
All the sugar and
It's good stuff.
send me a recipe.
I don't know the recipe. They jugged it. Oh, you send me a recipe.
A recipe for Palomas. They're really good. Just sign languaging for you.
So what I'm gonna say as my favorite memory is I'll try not to get misty. No. So it was the night that Jesse asked Gray to marry him.
Oh, I remember that.
And he did
Why
such,
didn't you pick that one?
I don't know, because
Yeah,
you
anyway,
guys,
go ahead.
you're not narcissists like I am. So Jesse planned this thing out. So if I remember correctly, So like Gray's mom lived over here, and then there's like a bunch of trees and stuff like that, and a trail that goes to, was it your uncle or grandpa or?
My uncle's house, yeah. It was my grandparents' house too. But
So the house was over here on the other side of the woods. So he took her from her mom's house through the woods, and we're all over at this other house. And you know, it's us, the Blackmans, Nate and Emily,
Bunch of people.
just a bunch of family and friends. And so
Strangers picked up off the road.
so this was around the time Tangled came out. And so if you've watched Tangled, you know the Chinese lantern scene where, you know, they're celebrating Rapunzel's birthday. So Jesse had everyone light up a Chinese lantern, and I didn't say that there was a pond on that land also.
Yeah.
So everybody was lifting the Chinese lanterns up at the time that we kind of saw them starting to come out of the woods.
Yeah.
So just the fact that Jesse was able to get everybody to do that.
And there were like those little
luminaries.
Yeah, those little paper bag things with the light
Luminaries.
Oh yeah.
all over the path, like tons of them.
Yeah.
And then like, and then and I was in charge of spreading the rose petals, and I made it look like Target.
I like live in Target.
Yeah.
Said. I knew that and made the place I was going to stand into a big Target bullseye.
Rose petals and red rose petals.
Nothing says romance like bullseye. Sorry.
No. But just that moment, just, you know, being with our friends, seeing like one of the best moments of our friends' lives and stuff like that was just like so awesome.
It was cool to be part of.
And plus, it was so awesome that Kayleen didn't have anything to eat before that, and she drank like 6 champagnes.
I think I was like, "You gonna finish that?"
So tipsy, trying to take pictures afterwards. Oh my gosh!
Like all crooked.
There's some of the best pictures too. Like some of them are amazing. She's clearly a fantastic photographer.
But I'd say that was my favorite memory of all of us.
That was probably the best one.
So you saying that, I have to say this, looking at those pictures, like, I guess it's some things you just forget, not necessarily wanting to forget it, but you do, you forget the details, you forget some things, and hear other people's perspectives. It's like, oh yeah, like it shines a light on, I guess, what actually happened. And looking back at it now, and I remember seeing those pictures and other pictures from our times together as friends, like all the big things that we've gone through in our lives, you guys have always been there, like that moment, and also helping us move into the house that we are now. Like,
oh yeah, the only people that helped us move into our house.
Like my brother flaked out.
Everybody
And every friend that I grew up with flaked out.
Only Matt and Kaden flake out.
Did I do anything though?
Well, we had Aiden though. I think you kept Aiden for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I remember I felt super bad because we got there late because I had to work that day.
Oh yeah.
Because it was a Saturday and I had to work, and I felt so bad that we were getting there late. And then you guys were like, "You're the only ones here."
Don't feel bad. You're the only ones who showed up. Nobody else likes us.
But,
Maybe that's what it is. It's my fault.
and then you took us out to eat Italian food after that, is what I remember.
Where did we go?
I don't know, someplace in Wake Forest.
Yeah.
That was Alachio. Oh, that place.
I know it's like on the corner of a strip of stores.
Yeah.
Dude, I can remember we sat in the back booth, and it was like a semicircular. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had the eggplant parmesan. It was. I don't remember what I ate. But.
The Nana's pizza is what we always get when we go. We've been out.
All right, so
I had the boiled calamari.
It's like calamari. Version of a Christmas story or Christmas Carol. Calamarly.
That's what somebody's elf on the shelf should be called.
Is she okay?
She's fine. She's fine. So I don't know if we'll ever do an elf on the shelf, but it will be named Colin Marley.
Yeah, those are creepy.
There's fucking saints around.
You okay?
I need help, Margarita.
I'm okay.
Supposed to drink it.
I'm putting that away.
So the next thing I was gonna discuss, well, we've kind of already discussed it a couple of times, but like, what is your ideal hanging out with friends activity?
Board games.
Not necessarily with us, but yeah, just
Board games.
yeah, I think we're the same way.
Yeah.
It's just there. I just don't know how you can beat actually just a group of people, like 4 of us or more, just sitting around a table and all working on one thing together or fighting against each other on something.
It's not good when we fight against.
I will say there have been some awesome rivalries with us. Because it's usually me and Jesse playing against the girls just because of the way we sit at the table, because we always pick the same seats.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, I just don't know how.
It's not the Rona, it's the Rita.
I don't know if they got that.
What? I missed it. I'm sorry.
She was coughing and she said it's not the Rona, it's the Rita.
Oh.
Oh, I like it.
That's kind of a good dad joke.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, that qualifies.
So if you ever hear me talk about Puzzle Kayleen,
This is it.
Puzzle Kayleen gets really loopy and almost drunk acting, even if she doesn't drink while we're doing a puzzle. This is it right here.
We should do puzzles together.
Yeah.
We should.
I get really focused and then I get really.
So Shannon
Yeah.
Blind, if you were watching, this is Puzzle Kayleen right here. What were you gonna say, Jess?
I don't know.
they're like, what the hell? We're hanging out.
He does puzzles. He does puzzles. He's quiet, Jesse, when he does puzzles, though. Like, there's no talking. He doesn't want you to talk to him. Like,
I sing a lot.
Yeah, we sing a lot.
I'll get bored. Like, I'll do it, but then, like, 30 minutes in, I'm like, I can't look at this anymore.
I'm just getting a zone.
Yeah, we'll usually work on it for like 3 or 4 hours.
No. Really?
We could do a puzzle day. We can try it. I'm not going to promise I'll help, but.
I mean, it usually takes us 2 days, maybe 6 hours to do like an
Okay.
1,000-piece puzzle.
Yeah.
So,
I'll hang out. I can fight through it.
Just gotta get organized.
And there's Pinterest and Snapchat.
all right. So,
All right.
what is your favorite movie scene and or quote?
For me, too many to count. Like, I love movies. I watched this movie recently, and I love this. It was the last words of RDJ as Iron Man in Marvel's Endgame. He's got the gloves, snaps his fingers. I am Iron Man. So it's good. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
No, but.
He
What?
dies. Okay.
That would be your year. That would be your yearbook quote now.
It's 2020, people. If you haven't seen this yet, you're under a rock.
Yeah, like Kay just said, that would be Jesse's yearbook quote this year.
I am Iron Man.
I guess for me, it's just like, you abbreviate his name. Like, just say his name. You're not his, like, Twitter pal.
We are close. We've shared years and years of me watching him on movies together.
Like, I have to ask him every time he says RDJ who he's talking about. Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. But,
Watch anime. Oh, he's so good.
that's racist.
I'm sorry if I offended you.
We're also sorry about him.
You don't own him.
Great.
What?
Ooh,
My favorite quote from a movie, or movie quote. Time's up.
Greatest Showman, that was a great one.
Great Showman was good, but that wasn't it. Anything from Harry Potter, but you guys know that.
Yeah.
But I don't feel
Christmas, Harry.
like I quote movies that much. It's more songs. Like every time somebody says something that's a song lyric, then I'll break into song. Way more than I'll quote movies.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be like a quote that you just randomly quote like on a given day, but just something like you heard in a movie and it just stuck with you.
Lilo Dallas Multipass.
What'd you say?
What?
He's a Lilo Dallas multi-pass.
Yeah, anything from Fifth Element. Very cool.
I don't know. I don't really. Yeah. Like I said, Harry Potter movies.
Mecca,
That's
Mecca.
Life is a cookie.
Yeah.
American Sweethearts. Have you guys seen that? Older John Cusack film
Oh wait. Yeah.
with
Is it Julia Roberts.
what?
Is it
Julia Roberts and Catherine Zeta-Jones and
Zach
the other guy's
Galifianakis.
name. What? No.
So is this where Catherine Zeta-Jones is the star or whatever, and John Cusack is the other star?
Yes.
Yes.
Julia Roberts is like
Or sister.
Catherine Zeta-Jones' assistant. Yeah.
You
And
love
they're
it.
like on location, like at a hotel or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Let's drive the car.
That's not it.
Yeah.
That is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's a good
Okay, you guys, quotes, movies, go.
I farted in your general direction. I don't know.
She's the one that I always liked Monty Python, but she was the one that really like introduced me to like some of the Monty Python stuff. And I remember one of the first times we were together biblically. Just kidding, we weren't. But we went to a Christian music festival.
Wait.
We went to a Christian music festival in Illinois, and she whips out The Life of Brian. And I thought that was just so hilarious that we were watching The Life of Brian at a Christian music festival.
Yeah.
It's very ironic, if nothing else.
But you have anything else?
Not that I could come up with right now.
So, off the top of my head, I would say some of the quotes that I say a lot, and Kay actually says these with me sometimes too, but like, my mind just went blank. But like, goodbye, pile of broken wood.
Yes. Goofy movie.
Yes.
You would know that one. No
So-
one else would.
Okay. So speaking of Goofy movie, guess what Kayleen found the other day?
Oh, me. Okay.
You're gonna tell us, yeah.
So you know they did like the reboot of DuckTales?
Yeah.
Yes.
The new one. So the latest episode was like this flashback, or no, sorry, they were stuck in a '90s sitcom,
Okay.
and so it had like a really over the top laugh track and everything like that, and then Goofy made a guest appearance and whips out some pictures. And
It's like he like opens his wallet and like the line of photos falls out comically along the floor.
So it's got like Max dressed up as Powerline for Halloween, and it's got Roxanne, my first crush.
It's got a picture of Max and Roxanne. Yeah, that's her first crush. I have to like whenever we watch a Goofy movie, I have to get like a spray bottle and like just spray her in the face because she like gets so hot when she sees
Hot
Roxanne.
bothered. That cartoon dog with the red hair.
But I think the movie, switching to another movie, with a quote that I like, and I think I'm assuming I'm always doing the quote wrong because she doesn't ever know what I'm talking about when I do it. But it's the scene from When Harry Met Sally, and I don't know if you guys have seen it,
Yeah.
but I think they're like in a museum or something, and they're like doing this weird. He's like doing this weird voice and getting her to copy it, and it's like, "Would you like the pepper?" or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Would you like to?
No, pepper.
Would you like pepper?
Would you like pepper or whatever? Like he's doing like this.
Uh-huh.
There's a quote that I always do that, like when we're cooking or something. I'm like, "Would you like pepper?" or whatever. And then I think I'm doing the quote wrong, but
Yeah.
that's what she's stuck with.
I don't remember you doing this.
Yeah.
Well, you're
It's
drunk.
like there's no pepper. There's no pepper in this recipe. Okay, just get out of the kitchen.
I'm making cookies.
Cookies don't need pepper.
Unless you're my mom and you want to put cumin instead of cinnamon.
Oh Lord.
Speaking of
That's
baking
bad.
mix-ups. I have not ever seen When Harry Met Sally, although I want to see it because it's kind of a classic. There's a lot of stuff that I like want to see and never watch.
May we suggest New Year's Eve to watch it?
We watch it every New Year's Eve because they celebrate New Year's Eve in the movie,
Like several times.
and that's when they have their first kiss is on New Year's Eve.
Spoiler alert!
Oh my God, Matt! I just said I hadn't seen it.
So I think it's on our Voodoo, so you should be able to watch it.
40 years, no one know what happened. Thanks, Matt.
All
Alright, just go ahead and watch it. It's already ruined. You can watch it whenever you want.
What'd you say?
Rom-com. I said I kind of assumed since it's like a rom-com.
Yeah, it's on our.
Oh, go ahead.
It's on our Voodoo though, so you should be able to watch that.
Go ahead and use your-
Uh,
Okay.
Anything else? Okay, so let's see.
You said anything else? He started to say something. You said, okay.
Okay, we're good. We don't need you, Jesse.
You shut up. You don't need to talk. I'm just kidding.
All right, Jesse.
Sorry.
You want to say my love?
No, not really important, but Kate, you were saying you liked Monty Python. And there's a TikTok that I just sent you that relates to that. You might enjoy.
Okay. Do you want me to watch it right now?
Yes, we want a real-time reaction. All right, so.
So how are things going with your everyday routine?
Thank you, Gray. Thanks for asking. Well, my routine is basically the same, except I wash my hands a lot more, and they are super dry and cracking, and it sucks.
You guys have to like sanitize your hands between mail deliveries, or do you wear
Wear
gloves?
gloves.
Or like, we'd have
Do
to
what?
change every time you touch mail.
What'd you say?
Do you guys have to like sanitize your hands every time you put mail in somebody's mailbox?
No. So I actually talked about my routine with Kay today because she asked. So
I make him shower whenever he comes
Yeah,
home.
I come
first
home and
thing.
shower
I'm like,
as
get
soon
in
as
the
I get home.
shower. Don't
Yeah.
touch anyone.
and I make sure I don't touch my face and stuff like that. But
Like you're doing right now.
I don't touch anything.
so no, all I do is so when I go in the mornings, we have to sort some mail that's not in order already. So I'll go in, and for whatever reason, I wash my hands before I do anything, and then I put my mail in the case. I go wash my hands after I finish touching the mail, and then I sort my packages, and then I go wash my hands. And I'm like,
Good puns when you're a mailman.
dude, there's so many package puns that we do. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, but with all the stuff that I do, and then as soon as I get back from the route, I wash my hands right away. I put away my afternoon stuff. I wash my hands. I have a wipe that I sanitize my scanner and my phone and my pen and stuff like that with.
Jesse, what are
And,
you
you know,
doing?
so I take my pen and I just, wipe down the pen and stuff like that. and and then I come home and take a shower. So that's the only thing that's really different, because normally I would just wash my hands after I was done in the afternoon, and that'd be it.
Yeah. We're both working from home, so we don't have to be as diligent because we're not like in our offices touching things that other people are touching. I have to go up to my office every couple of like days, like twice a week, and cut checks and stuff like that for vendors. But I'm the only one going in there. Nobody's been in there for what, 2.5
Yeah.
weeks now.
10 years.
So anything that might have been on surfaces is dead now. So we're pretty much in like normal mode. Nothing really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, sorry, go ahead.
I was saying we like wash our hands and all of our stuff when we get home from the grocery store, but we did that anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we've started doing,
Like-
we were really lax on that. We've
I
gotten,
mean, we wash kind of things as we use them, usually like produce and stuff. But yeah, we like watched that video with the guy who's like super anal, like separating the counter into 2 separate areas, and you like sanitize everything and then move it over, sanitize, and like wash all your produce, like each piece, like 20 seconds, like you would your hand.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not that.
Got a little, yeah, we're a little insane about that right now, but
Well, especially if I'm gonna cook it. Like
You said you are insane like that right now?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, especially if I'm gonna cook it, like I'm not that crazy about it because I'm gonna cook it.
Yeah.
If it's like apples, grapes, stuff that you eat raw, then yeah.
yeah, well, it's,
A lot more diligent.
I mean, a lot of the stuff that we'll cook is like a package of green beans. So like we'll sanitize the package if it's going to sit there in the fridge for a few days before we put it in the fridge, and then we'll just wash it like normal.
Yeah. We've
Right.
actually done just going to the grocery stores like right before they close. 30 minutes to 45 minutes before they close.
Yeah.
Nobody's in here. Everything's restocked. Like they've already started cleaning everything.
Oh,
Little tip for you.
good tip. Good tip.
Your life hasn't changed much because you're
Not really. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot the same. It's funny because people are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm with my kids all day and there's no relief," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's every day."
Well, thank God you guys are in the new house. With
That's what we
that-
talked about too. It would have been really hard to be like just stuck inside that tiny house.
Yeah. Such a big yard too. I mean, that's
Yeah, we're able to do a lot in there, so that's a lot of fun. And like, I don't know if you saw, but we both got bikes recently, so we could ride with the kids. And we found like a little trailer thing for Ren to ride in. So
I saw that on Instagram. That's so cute.
I haven't seen it, but that's cool. We got bikes too. We need to set some up.
all right,
Bike
you
6
can't. We're not allowed to be around you.
Oh, that's true.
We got
Social distance.
We got to get one of those things to put on the back of the van for us to
Yeah.
carry our bikes.
Yeah. We have one on the Prius.
It's-
Prius can handle that.
Prius can handle anything.
Oh, really?
The Prius handled carrying granite back and forth.
Wow, really?
Half a ton, not really. This is a lot. I had a low rider after we.
Yeah, we have this fire pit that we put in our backyard, and it's all granite pavers, and they're like maybe 4 inches by 8 inches, or like 6 by 9s or whatever. And we loaded them all in the back of the car and weren't really paying attention. And so by the time we got all of them loaded in the back of the Prius, the wheel well was touching the tire. So we had to take them all back out again and do like half trip home and then do the other
Oh
half.
my gosh.
It's really heavy.
I have my phone.
Nice. So, what's the first thing you want to do once everything is back to normal?
Travel, go to the beach, go
Wanna
to the
go to the
mountains, go to the gym.
I want to go eat sushi because like carry out sushi is not really the same thing. You
Isn't
know?
that how this all started? Somebody eating bat sushi?
No.
Bat sushi.
Wasn't it a guy eating a bat in China or something?
Like
Bat.
no. It's like
Yeah.
back or
Bat.
Pangolins. No, yeah.
I heard it was a string and a miss.
Huh?
Bat.
Oh. That was a bad dad joke. The bat or pangolin, those like the two, is like it's very similar to the coronavirus that those animals carry. And so they don't know if it's mutated after humans kind of got it on them and in them, or if it was before. So that was an interesting read in the Science Channel this week. I don't remember which one. I'm a nerd. Anybody notice? Sorry.
No. What?
Really, this is me.
Harry Potter.
I know, right?
Go back to Hogwarts.
Now you guys are much clearer, but I can see the screen over there where I have my answers.
My bandwidth increased when you put the glasses on, and that sounds like a very bad.
Whoa, my bed was really.
Ooga.
If there were any stragglers still watching, they're like, yep, done. Click.
You got the guy in the corner.
Rewind.
What about you guys? What are you going to do when you can actually move out freely?
I'm gonna just stay home.
What?
I'm just gonna stay at home, you know? Chill. I want to move downtown. No. I'm gonna ship the kids off to someone.
Exactly.
Yes, the kids are gonna stay at my brother and sister-in-law's house
For like 2 months.
for July and August.
For the remainder of their lives. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll probably send them off somewhere, and then we'll go. I don't know.
Yeah.
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 Hopefully this is over by June because we bought tickets to go to Oregon.
Girl, I need this over before June. May.
I mean, May would be awesome.
We're hoping.
So, but yeah, June. We've got our trip for June for Oregon, and we don't really want to have to reschedule all of that.
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah.
was the best time for us to go. Do
We
I?
haven't.
Yeah,
Sorry.
someone smiles.
I couldn't hear what you
Oh,
said.
what are we doing with Miles?
Oh, he's gonna stay with Brian,
Oh,
my
Okay.
brother.
You want him? You're like, come here.
I have a.
We're going to come get him and bring him back here so he can hang out with Natsu.
Yeah.
You'd like that.
Yeah, he would love that. Walks every day and play with toys. And
Living the life that we don't give him.
like, I'm not going home with you. What's wrong with you? They spoil me.
Nah, he gets with his leg problem now. He gets tired really fast on a walk.
He's got all that space now to run around. His yard's so big.
He's enjoying it. He'll go, especially since the weather's changed on a nice day. He'll go and just lay out on the grass, and he enjoys that.
Yeah.
He's an old man. You wheel him out onto the porch, the
About you.
tuberculosis hospital porch.
Some hydraulics, so it's like.
We're gonna give him like one of those little chairs to put him in that goes up the railing of the porch to get him inside the house.
What movie was that where the person got shot out the window?
Gremlins, right? Gremlins?
Was it Gremlins?
There was something pretty, I do remember something pretty funny with like the little chair thing with Gremlins. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of quotable movies, Trolls 2, they have that scene, not Trolls like,
I think
Not-
get back up
not
again.
Trolls like Anna Kendrick Trolls like the horror movie Trolls.
Oh, okay.
Never seen it.
So Trolls 2, go look up the scene Trolls 2. Oh my God.
Yes.
Because there's a scene where all the trolls are like gathering around this woman that had died, and like they're starting to chomp on her and stuff like that. And there's this like dude, he's like they're eating her.
Sure.
And then they'll eat me. Oh my God. And it's just like, you got to go watch the scene because it's just
So
like,
that's actually one of those B movies we should have watched when you.
Yes.
Jesse's looking it up right now. I can see that.
Yes.
Get the reaction real time here.
Here you go.
Oh, because they turned to goo. I remember that.
Why is she goo?
People turn to goo when they, I don't know. But
Yeah.
did you notice the fly on the middle of the guy's
Yeah.
head?
Maybe that's why he was saying, "Oh my God."
He looks
The
familiar.
Let's see. Last question on the list. What is one thing you're passionate about that we can talk about right now, and we will pretend to understand it, even if we don't?
Wakarimasen.
Passionate about my love for my wife.
We can skip that one.
Okay.
Well,
I mean-
I had no idea. I said no idea.
talk to us about granite.
Talk to you about granite.
We want to know about granite.
I'm not passionate about granite. I work in granite. I have to deal with granite, but I'm not passionate about
Tell me about the vein of the granite.
Which granite.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell me about the I don't know.
I'm
All right.
passionate about quitting my job, not quitting, but retiring.
What?
We're passionate about retiring.
Oh, I thought you were saying you are retiring. I was like,
Yeah, I thought you were like.
I was like, oh my God.
We got this like financial planning thing down, okay? No, we're not
I'm that
retiring.
good.
I wish. Not me, him. I want him to.
He's retiring. You're going to keep on chugging along for several years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You could do that. That could work. You could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not going to do stay home. I'm going to have another career.
There's a lot of Netflix you got to catch up on. Tiger King.
There's actually not. That's what's scary.
King.
Not that one.
He's seen
What?
90% of Netflix.
Amazon Prime has got some good stuff out lately.
What do you like on that?
Oh.
Some really good stuff. I don't know. I can't name any of it, but it's good.
What about you guys? What are you passionate about right now? What are your hobbies?
Staying alive.
Oh, okay. So we've talked to you guys about this already, but I'll put it on the thing. So since the quarantine has started, Rory, our oldest daughter, Rory and I have started playing a game on the Nintendo Switch
Okay.
called Child of Light. And that game is so amazing to me. And it's so fun coming home from work and playing with Rory for like, I mean, we could play this thing for like hours on end.
They're really cute together playing that.
And like Sunday mornings, we'll have our breakfast and then Rory will want to play it. And we'll literally play it from like 11 until 1 or 2 o'clock.
I can't watch because I'm like, Roy, why are you going that way? You need to go that way. Watch out for the thorns. I'm like a backseat gamer.
Yeah.
Are you also a sad seat driver?
But that
Control freak.
Yeah. You gotta control my controlling nature.
Just saying.
But that's something I would say we're passionate about, or I guess passionate about because like I just love being able to do that with Rory right now, and that being something that she really loves doing right now.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
so I recommend you guys getting it whenever it goes on sale.
Well,
But
it's back with his Switch, so I can buy stuff.
Well, it was on sale for the PC, but it wasn't on sale for
Yeah,
the,
Ubisoft's website had it on sale for PC, but not for Nintendo.
well, I think they're supposed to be doing an Easter sale. When's Easter? This Sunday?
yeah, this Sunday.
Yeah, so I think the sale's supposed to start on Saturday and go through Tuesday. or no, Friday, because it's supposed to start good. Is this Good Friday?
Yeah.
It's Good Friday.
Yeah, so it's supposed to start Good Friday and go through the following Tuesday, I believe. So maybe they'll put it on there. But she's already. It's funny. We're so close to finishing Child of Light, and she's already ready to move on to the next game. But she wants to beat Child of Light, and the next game is what the other one we told you about, the Unraveled 2.
Yeah.
That one was just on sale on Switch for $5, but she's ready to. We showed her the trailer for that one, and she's really ready to get into that. But she wants to beat Child of Light so bad.
It's a pretty game. Like it's just
Yeah, the videos you sent me were really neat.
Well, it's good that she's driven to beat something, you know, like hey.
You can't say that. He's beat all the
Well,
Splatoon
yeah,
games that he
that's
has.
true. That's true. That is very true.
He was gonna say Aiden's not very driven for that, but Aiden has beaten the games that he has, except for the ones that we picked for him. The ones
Yeah.
he picks, he's beaten. The ones
Yeah.
we picked him.
Platoon 2, he is all about that.
Is that on the Switch?
Yeah.
We might have to look into that.
It's hard. I can't play it. I can't do the like, you know how the joysticks are like camera changes and the little guy
Yeah.
moves, and if you move the switch, then that changes the way I can't.
That changes your weapon.
I get like
Exactly.
totally dizzy. I get dizzy watching it.
Yeah. Well, see, it was like that on Mario Odyssey, and I played that with Auden, and it would move with your controller, and I had to turn that off. I had to turn that function off so I could just hold it like this and just use the joysticks.
The only thing that I'm doing right now, or that I'm like passionate about, that is the same thing I've been doing for 2 years now, which is trying to learn Japanese and plan our trip that we're going on next year. That now everybody's going to be in Japan next year because the Olympics has moved to next year.
Oh, well, do you already have tickets though?
No, they don't have them yet. You can't buy your own tickets yet for next year, but the Olympics is in July and we're going in April.
Should be fun.
Oh. Well, you can see everything being, well, I guess everything's already built because
Yeah,
they're,
everything's built and ready. It's just not happening.
yeah.
well, you can still pretend it's 2020, I guess, if you want, because everything's still going to say Tokyo 2020.
You're right. Wonder if they'll like reprint T-shirts and stuff.
I had a TikTok where the guy was just like slapping ones on the signs.
Just spray paint.
Little stickers. Over
Just kidding. Not 2020.
What about UK?
I'm passionate about putting the kids to bed and having a moment to think. Not think. I like not thinking.
Yeah, I do too.
highly
Yeah.
recommend TikTok for not thinking.
Yeah,
If you want to not think, TikTok is a good place for that.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like taking all these BuzzFeed quizzes that I've never like cared about. And I'm like, oh, am I a summer or an autumn? No, I'm just kidding.
Who's your Disney princess? Who's your Disney prince?
Oh, there's a ton of the BuzzFeed like Disney stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I could totally pick out what color her eyes really are.
Yeah, right. There's 100 Harry Potter things most fans don't. And I'm like, yeah, this is easy.
Yeah, I'm passionate about just anything that could be mindless right now. No, I've been reading more, so it's been good. We've been hitting up the library. They do the curbside pickup right now.
Oh, that's cool. I don't think I was-
Yeah, Rory's really into it too. She can like put down a chapter book a night easily.
Really?
good.
Yeah, so she's like, she's like, we got her a bunch of, there was some
Judy
Moody ones and stuff like that, and we went somewhere, I don't remember where, but it was like we took a car ride, and she took one of them along, and I was like, oh, that night I was like, oh, do you want to finish or start your? I don't know if you started it. Do you want to finish your Judy Moody book? She's like, oh, I finished that in the car. I'm like, oh, okay.
Never mind.
So we both got some books that we're enjoying. I just finished the last one I got from the library, like right before the call started. So I
How
cannot
fun was
believe it ended like that. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm not good about reading unless it's articles on the internet.
Yeah.
You have to be intentional about it. I've noticed, and like I hate starting books. I hate starting them because it's just.
I think that's what it is.
But when you're in the middle of it, I'm good. I can read for hours when I'm in the
Yeah.
middle.
Exactly. If you've gotten attached to the story, then you just like you can't put it down.
Yeah.
But I'm getting started.
Yeah, the starting is the hard part.
Yeah.
I get anxiety when I try to read.
Everything's what?
Like I gotta read it fast, and I fall asleep.
Oh no, I got in this bad pattern where I was like, we'd go to bed and then I'd pick up my book and I'd like keep reading and then I'm like, it's 2 a.m. I need to go to sleep.
I wish
I gotta go to
that.
sleep, but I can't stop reading.
Yeah, like I can be exhausted, but if I'm like into the book,
Well, your body's resting. It's just your mind that's awake, and you're like, oh, I can.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's like right before we got on this, the book that she just finished. It was like 8 o'clock, and I was like, "Hey, babe, we're gonna get on with them in about 30 minutes." She was like, "I really want to finish this," and so like, I mean, she got it done like what 5 or 10 minutes before we got on. So I mean,
I wish
she
we were doing something that fun.
We're
she
doing
crushed
both.
it out.
We were doing budgeting.
What?
I said I wish we were doing something that fun. We were doing our budget for April.
Oh, sorry.
Womp womp.
Wah, wah.
Well, I guess this is a good place to end since we've been on for about an hour and a half now.
Oh.
Nobody is going to watch this. I'm just gonna tell you, not for an hour and a half.
Hey, like I said at the beginning, this was just for us to talk to our friends. I don't care how long it was.
We're gonna rewatch it in a year and we're gonna be like, oh, we were so stupid.
I think
Look
it'll.
how okay that I was.
You guys ever take like a VHS recorder as a kid and like make up like fake interviews with like,
Yes.
yeah, this is that. This is our adult version of that.
We had a cardboard box that we pretended was a VH.
Yeah, well, you were really poor.
We had a cardboard box and we slept it in every night. It was on the corner of 5th and Main.
You didn't know homeless lady.
But when I put this on Facebook about doing these things, like I was like, hey, is anybody interested and stuff like that? And I've probably got like 8 or 10 people that are like, yeah, I'm in, let's do it and stuff like that. So I mean, I guess I think it's like almost a mix of people just wanting to talk
People
to
are
somebody.
really bored.
Yeah.
We will even talk to Matt and Kay. That's how bored we are.
You really should start a YouTube channel. They got this one guy, Hot Ones, where
Yeah, I love that.
The what?
yeah,
The hot wings.
Yeah.
it's good. I mean, just
We could just like have the brownies get sweeter and sweeter and sweeter as we do our interview. Can't I need some salt.
well, if you look to the COVID, was it Conversations?
COVID videos
Videos.
and Coronaversations.
No,
Coronaversations.
You have to keep putting masks on until you can't hear the other person talk, or I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, that would work if they weren't in high demand.
Oh, 2 quick things, and then we can end. I thought were kind of funny that I heard in the news. So there was some scientist in Australia, I think it was. He was trying to create this thing to keep his hands from going to his mouth or to his face. So like he put like these magnets on them or something and it was supposed to like release a sound whenever he did that, so he knew he was doing it, and it wasn't working properly. So he was like, I wonder if I put the magnets closer to my face if they would work better. So he put 2 magnets on his ears and 2 magnets in his nose, and the 2 magnets in his nose clamped together so hard that he couldn't get the magnets out of his nose. So he took the magnets off of his ears and put those in his nose, thinking he could pull out the other ones. And all it did was bring him up into his nose. So he had 4 magnets stuck in his nose.
Like a little 5-year-old
Oh, you broke up on that.
I said like a 5-year-old is.
Yeah. So,
The old untold stories of the ER.
So-
A man with magnets up his nose.
so he said that when he got to the doctor, they were like all laughing and taking pictures of him and stuff like that. And he just felt like such an idiot being like this smart scientist that got magnets stuck up his nose. But I thought that was a funny
You
story.
need to tell that story to Auden so he feels better about the mouse incident.
Yeah, when he got the mouse stuck up his nose.
The
Yeah.
little Playmobil mouse. It was like for Christmas when he was like 3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you remember that? He got stuck up. We had to like close my nostrils and blow into his.
That's terrible.
But the last thing I'll leave you with, and it relates to us doing these type of videos, what did Walmart list as the item whose sales dropped the most since Corona started? I will give you a hint. It's in the apparel section.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say deodorant.
I was gonna say,
Underwear.
No, you're close though.
I said bras.
No, it's not that.
Pants. Real pants.
It is pants.
Pants.
Their online ordering for pants has
That's
because
awesome.
everybody's just buying new shirts for their video conferencing and they're not buying pants.
They're all sitting- Okay, I am wearing blue jeans. I have pants on.
Why? Who are you trying to impress?
and,
I just didn't change. I've been in this all day.
Where did you go?
I mean, I worked at my dining room table.
Why would you wear pants?
uh,
Does not compute.
I can't not wear pants.
No.
We have to walk our dog too, like out in the neighborhood. So
Okay, there you
No one sees that.
go.
yeah, and the same reason that I had to put makeup on to do this interview.
She put makeup on.
Yay! See, I'm not-
Little bit.
I think that's the thing about
Yeah, but you look good on camera.
He looks good anywhere.
We're digressing. Sorry. You can't have him, Matt. He's mine.
All right. Well, thank you guys for doing this with us, and we miss you guys so much. Can't wait to hang out in real life again.
Yeah,
Love
for
you.
sure. Big hug. Yeah, I know, but we should like that.
My little babies.
I know. When we can travel again, we'll go there, and we can all go to treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Oh, there you go.
So.
Yes.
Oh, and bring Splendor. Yeah.
And what?
But bring the game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Splendor.
And by then you'll have a birthday present.
All right. Well, it's a date when you guys come over.
We will bring the margarita jug.
I'll just.
If whatever day you come over, you got to come before 5:30 because Treat Yourself closes at 5:30.
Okay.
Well, we'll pick it
Question.
like right after
What is
lunchtime
Treat
and
Yourself again?
stay till dinner.
Question now.
Like Sweet Traditions.
Treat yourself and brownies?
I don't know if they know what you said.
Treat yourself and brownies?
Bernie's.
Brown.
Brownies. You know?
No.
Brownies from Treat Yourself.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I was gonna
They're
say.
really
Because she
good.
loves the brownies from Treat Yourself because they are awesome.
There you go.
And I recommend getting the cheddar sweet onion bialy or whatever it's called.
Bagel.
Bagel. But those things are awesome.
Okay.
That sounds amazing.
All right. Well, all right.
Well, my voice continue higher.
All right.
That is the great Jesse we know and love.
All right. Well, we'll let you go. We love you guys.
You guys.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.